Welcome back to another episode of the Quick 30 Podcast. Family, can I get a drum roll?
I ain't got that for you, bro.
Dang. I thought my man's watched Drumline or something. I was saying drum roll. I was going to give you an introduction. It's cool, though. Zay's back. Buzz back in the podcast. I was trying to give a little introduction, but
Guess he ain't want it, Mike.
yeah, he didn't want it. He didn't want it.
If I would have gave you the drum roll, my phone would have fell. Like,
Nah, that's true.
But
You could have patted your thighs.
pat your thighs.
Pause.
But yeah, your boy is back.
Oh, man.
I know it's been long little wait. I missed the guys. I missed talking about sports, but we back in action for sure.
Hey, Mo, you said you getting a clean shave in December again. I asked you before we hopped on camera why. Like, I'm really curious why you getting a clean shave.
Yeah, let me tell you why I have to get a clean shave. Y'all can see it right here. My beard doesn't connect, y'all. My beard don't connect, and it don't look good to the other gender. So, I'm just gonna shave it down a little bit. I'm gonna keep shaving it down until it feels like connected. And once it feels like connected, I'm gonna look like James Harden out here.
Yo,
you gotta get that derma oil, my boy.
Boy, I know I do.
But derma oil kind of make you look old, though.
I was trying to grow it, the right way. You know what I'm saying? Without that other stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have a beard. Like, it didn't grow until I used the little beard roller thing, and then it started growing way more. But then it just capped out at this. So
Hey Mo, I feel you, bro. Like, I don't connect either. It's just a bunch of hair. Like. Y'all see the past videos. I go with the clean face.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I had to get the clean face. Well, I have the
y'all
goatee.
took motivation from me. Y'all took the motivation from me.
No.
Yes, y'all did. Yes, y'all did. Hey, Quick 30 family, I would like to let y'all know that I motivated both of them to get the goatee.
No, Mo never got a goatee. He just clean shaved.
Mike. Nah, I ain't lying.
Mo clean shaved. I never clean shaved. I just got a goatee. I cut my sides off. I really need to get a haircut tomorrow.
He got the goatee from you.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I gave Mike the motivation.
There you go.
Anyway, though, we gotta talk about Week 11 in the NFL. It's been crazy. There hasn't really been, to me, a best team in the NFL so far. But we gotta go over our predictions. But before we get into that, Mo, tell everybody what's our record.
All right, y'all. So, as y'all know, last week we started the weekly predictions. I know it was a little late in the season, but better late than never. So, my record, I'm up 1 game versus Mike. I'm 8-6.
It's because I chose my Giants.
Yeah, he chose the Giants. That's me and Mike basically had the same picks, but he chose the Giants.
Wait, so what pick went wrong for me other than the Giants?
You thought the Packers were gonna beat the Eagles.
They should have won.
That one went wrong. We both also thought the Bills would win. We thought the Panthers would win. And a few other teams. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
The series is 8-6 versus 7-7, and Zay is now joining up this week. So
you should really give him like a 7-7 record, just to be fair, technically. But we'll give him a 0-0 record.
What?
Wait. If you want to give him 7-7, we can give him 7-7.
Wait. Why would I get a 7-7?
Just so, because you're always going to be up on us.
Just so it's like low key like our record, so it looks, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the season, we can see who's the best at guessing. Because if it's like me and Mike have like 40 total games and you only have like 30 or 25,
we could do 7-7.
Yeah. All right, y'all heard that. 7-7 for Mike and Zay, 8-6 for your boy. Let's get into it, Mike.
Yeah, so Week 11, NFL predictions. We have first matchup, the Jets and the Patriots. Who do y'all have in this one? Pretty much an easy answer.
Yeah.
We
gotta go Patriots.
I don't care what the Jets did last week.
It's division football, but
Drake May is playing stellar football right now, so.
Yeah, I'll have to go with the Patriots. That's the easy one. Commanders versus the Dolphins. I think one of y'all chose something different.
Yeah, we two of us chose the same one. One of us chose a different one. I can't remember who chose who, but I have the Dolphins in this one.
I believe I chose the Commanders.
Wow.
I think I chose the Commanders. Yeah.
Wow. Why?
I still don't see any hope in Miami right now. I mean, it's cool that they beat the Bills. Like, that was a shocker. None of us expected that. And it's not just
Shane owned them.
Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, and that wasn't just like a loss. They beat the brakes off the Bills.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing that again. I don't.
Okay. Commanders. I'm choosing the Miami Dolphins. Even though the Miami Dolphins are not the greatest football team, the Commanders are just so depleted. I mean, last week they got decimated by the Lions. It's the Lions, but Marcus Mariota's back there. Still no wide receiver one for Terry. Defense looks bad. Can't stop the run. Secondary can't stop nothing. Offensively, they can't generate anything. So, if I have to choose, it's going with the Dolphins. Next, the Giants and the Packers. I already know what y'all gonna say. The Giants and the Packers. Who y'all choosing?
You know what it is.
You know what it is, Mike.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Come on now. We're going with the Packers.
We're going with the Packers, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's no Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, or Cam Scatterbo. The interim head coach just declared that Jameis Winston is y'all starting quarterback.
Yep, he did.
So
Yeah. See, look,
I've been waiting all year for this.
I'm not too fond of New York right now. I'm really not.
I mean, I look at it as I'm choosing the Giants. Because that's my team. But realistically, I know that we're up against the Packers. But Jameis Winston could go out there, maybe throw for 300, or he could throw for 5 picks. I don't know.
He can throw a prayer out there. He can throw a prayer out there.
He can throw a prayer in there. For sure. But I'm going to ride my Giants. You know that for sure.
Respect.
For the Quick 30 fam, do not expect any one of us on these predictions to vote against our teams. We're all delusional.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're all delusional for our teams.
Yeah.
Zay has a right to be delusional, though. Their team is, but
Mo has a point. Like we're
Mike,
all delusional. We're biased.
No matter who you put in front of them Giants, Mike will say the Giants will somehow win.
Of course.
And I will say the Ravens will somehow win.
I'm going to say the Seahawks. Yep.
To be honest on those picks. But every other one, we honest with,
The next one is the Texans versus the Titans. Who do y'all have in this one? I think we agreed on this one, too.
Yeah. We said Texans, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I said Houston because Davis Mills, man. That boy balled out on Sunday. He did the unexpected.
He's balling right now.
Yeah, he carried them Texans against the Jaguars. I didn't expect that. Next, we got the Panthers versus the Falcons. Who do we have in this one?
If you want me to be completely honest,
yes,
I really want to choose the Panthers.
I got Atlanta, bro.
But they went out to the Saints
and lost. Yes,
last week and lost
to Tyler Schluch. Tyler Schluch.
Like, I lost all faith, and me and Mike picked the Panthers to win that game.
Yeah, we did. Both of us did.
They're not going to be a reason why I get another loss on my record. So I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Me too. Same exact reason.
I defer from both of y'all, man. I got to go with the Panthers. I think the Panthers are such a good and bad team. It's hard to describe them. The Falcons are too up and down for me. They play good against the Colts, but in general, you don't know what you're going to get out the Falcons. You don't know if Bijan's going to be able to run the ball consistently, and their other running back, Algerain, you don't know if he's going to run the ball consistently, and Drake London might pop out. We don't know with the Falcons, so I'm going to go with the Panthers on this one. I would never bet on the Falcons.
That's fair. But I feel like the Panthers and the Falcons are low-key the same team.
That's what I'm saying. I think so, too. It's not that far of a competition between the both of them.
Watch the best game of the week.
Bears and Vikings. Who do we have in this one?
This is hard for me to say because my pops is a Bears fan, but I got to go with the Bears. I'm not believing in J.J. McCarthy right now. I got to go with the Bears.
You should know.
Why should I know?
Y'all just played them.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Look, I got the Chicago Bears winning. I think they're playing really good football right now, and I think that the Vikings are in a little bit of a rut, and I do believe the Bears will. It's going to be I think it's going to be a terrible game, honestly. Like, I just think the offenses won't get going in this game, but I do think the Bears will come on top.
I have to go with the Bears because They just beat my Giants and they're hot right now. They're still on their win streak, I believe. I think it's now 6. So Caleb Williams.
It's two games now because we beat them. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, I did beat them. I thought. But, yeah, the Bears, even though they lost to the Ravens, they have been looking hot this season. So I'll have to go with them. And J.J. McCarthy, I think he just needs to develop a little bit more throughout these games. The Chargers and the Jags, who do we have in this one?
I got the Chargers. You know, even though he wasn't that much, he didn't do that much, you know, Travis Hunter, but, you know, without him, it's a lot that could be, you know, curious about the Jags, so give me the Chargers.
This is the second hardest game that I thought about because both these teams are playing good football. I know the Jags lost some bad ones, but they're still a pretty good football team. But I'm going to have to go with the Jags on this one. I just feel like they're going to have a bounce-back win. I think Parker Washington has played extremely well.
Yes, yes.
I think their Trevor Lawrence is still obviously a good quarterback. And I don't know. I just don't feel like the Chargers are going to be, 9-2 after this week if they were to win. So I'm going to go with the Jags here.
I'm going to have to go with the Chargers on this one because of what I've seen on Sunday Night Football. And I think, yeah, the line is depleted a little bit, but Justin Herbert can put the team on his back, and I think that he beats the Jaguars. The next matchup is the Bucks versus the Bills. Who do we have on this one?
This was the hardest matchup.
Yeah,
this was hard. This is probably
this was hard.
Second game of the week. Second game of the week for sure.
How behind the Ravens and the Browns?
Ignore him. Who are you choosing, Zay?
So wait, hold on. Is Mike Evans still out, right?
Yeah.
Bucky Irvin too?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, 2 key players right there. What about Ibuka?
He's playing.
He's playing.
Now, if he's playing, that's, you know, Baker's go-to. But it's kind of hard because the Bills just lost to Miami. But it's Josh Allen at the end of the day. You can't count him out. You know, even though they lost to Miami, the Bills have been playing good football, so I got to go with the Bills on this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Bills are the better team. I think that even though they just lost to Miami, if they were to play that game 10 times out of 10, they win 9 times out of the 10. That's just the one time they lost. So I didn't really put too much stock into it. They suck, though. Y'all seen my reel. I meant that from the bottom of my heart. They suck because they lost to Miami, but they're going to beat the Bucks. I think the Bucks have too many injuries.
I think both of y'all tripping on this one. I'm going with the Bucks. I'm not counting Baker Mayfield out. That loss that he had against the Patriots, he's going to carry over into this week. I think the Bills, something y'all sleeping on. The Bills secondary is very questionable. It really is. It's been very inconsistent all year long, even with injury and everything that's going on with them. And with the Bucks right now, their pass game is so good with Ibuka and everybody else getting along. Even Tez Johnson's getting to that pass game. So I just think Baker Mayfield is going to outplay Josh Allen, outdo him in this game. And I have a lot to say about Josh Allen, but I'm going to save it for the next segment. Next matchup is the Bengals versus the Steelers. Who do we have in that one?
Pittsburgh. I don't think the Bengals do it again.
They have been generating some points on offense, though.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Pittsburgh on this one.
I'm going with the Steelers. I think it's going to be closer than what people anticipate, though, because I think the Bengals' offense is still good. Offensive line is absolutely pathetic, but they can still generate some points with Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. So it'll be a close one, but you got to go with the Steelers because they were able to get, even though they lost to Justin Herbert on Sunday, they were able to get to him, and I think they get to Joe Flacco in that backfield. Next matchup is the 49ers versus the Cardinals. Who do we have in that one?
49ers are about to put 40 on them in the first half. The 40,
yeah, I agree. I think the Cardinals are going to lose. I don't think they're going to get slapped up because I do think the Cardinals, if you sleep on them, they will generate some points on you. So,
hey Mo, what I say last week, bro?
About what?
The Cardinals.
I told you I didn't. You know who they played, right?
Okay,
No,
yes.
I said they was gonna win.
But I said about the
I said
Cardinals.
the Cardinals were about to win.
No. What I said about the Cardinals last week still stands this week. I think the Cardinals are going to lose because I still don't have faith in Jacoby Brissett to beat an actually good football team.
That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, though.
He's not a bum, but against the 49ers, I don't think so. I got the 49ers in that one. Next, this is game of the week right here. I know Zay's excited for this one. We have to go with the Seahawks versus the Rams. Who's going to win?
There's no other team. There's no other team. That blue and green. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm one of those. If it's the only team that I could respect out the NFC West is this team right here. But I feel like overall we're just a better team, and this is going to be a close one. This really should have been another night game, to be honest. But
yeah, it should have been. This is game of the week right here. This going to feed families.
Right. And this is going to determine how good both teams are. But, like you said, I'm going to wait till the next segment to get all my troops out. Y'all know who I'm rocking with. Go 12s.
I got the Rams. I'm not going to lie, Zay. I got the Rams. They've been playing good football. I think Matthew Stafford is the top 4 quarterback in the league right now.
Top 4.
I think, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Shoot, top 2. Top 3.
Yeah. He's got the best touchdown person in the league right now with Devontae Adams, and he's got arguably the best receiver in the league in Puka Nacua. They obviously have Blake Corum and Kyron.
Shout out to Blake. Shout out to Blake, man. Went to Pilates High School, man. Shout out to Blake.
Nah, for sure. But he went to Michigan, so, it's tragic.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zay. I got to go with the Rams on this one. I'm going to get into it more so in the next segment. But I think Matthew Stafford is playing at an MVP level. He's 25-2 right now. 25 touchdowns, 2 picks, man. He's playing some terrific football. So the way they're rolling off on offense, I'm going to have to go with the Rams on this one. Next is the Chiefs versus the Broncos. We had different answers for this one.
I hate Sean Payton with a passion. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs on this one. I think the Chiefs they're trying to establish their position in the AFC, and it's week 11 now. They started off the season really rocky, but as we know, Kansas City is never out. So
Broncos sort of kind of had a semi-easy schedule too, so I'm not too easy. I'm not too fond over Denver right now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with right now. We gotta go with the Broncos on this one. I like Patrick Mahomes and how they've been playing, but I'm going with the Broncos because I just think defensively they will be able not to immobilize them completely, but kind of just slow them down, derail them a little bit offensively. And I think that Bo Nix could generate some offense for them, so I'm going to have to go with the Broncos on this. Next, the Ravens versus the Browns. Who do we have in this one? I know Mo's answer.
Well, I'm going with the Ravens because, honestly, I don't see no future in the Cleveland Browns as long as Dylan Gabriel is their starting quarterback. I don't see them getting nothing going on offense.
Oh, my God.
Nothing
That's
getting
funny.
capitalized on defense. The Cleveland Browns as an organization sucks. To the coaching staff, you hear the fans cheering on, Shador, but
Y'all
they're
saw
not
my reel.
delivering.
Y'all saw the real. Yeah.
And you were
Yeah.
1,000% correct. You were spot on. Like the Browns suck, and I really hope that the Ravens really put belt to Cleveland.
Obviously, y'all know I'm going Baltimore with this one. Baltimore needs every win they could possibly get for the rest of the year. And the schedule gets a little bit easier, so we got to take advantage of that. So I have Baltimore winning, probably by like 2 scores, not going to lie.
You have to go with the Ravens on this one. I cover the Ravens like I always tell y'all at the other job, and I've seen the progression, and I've seen how the team is amplified when Lamar Jackson is on the field. They've been getting better and better and better every single week, offensively and not offensively, but defensively they look way better. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens on this one. The Lions versus the Eagles. Who do we have in this one? This is a good one too.
This is a good one. Good NFC matchup. And both teams have been playing some good football. But from what I've seen from what Detroit did on Sunday, I got to go with Detroit. No. I lied. I'm going with Philly.
Hey, I'm going with Detroit on this one. I don't know. I don't think Philly's looked the greatest. So
that's something we finally agree on, Mo. I'm surprised that was able to come out your mouth.
All I need though is Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown to, get right somehow.
Man has 0 targets on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I need them to sharpen something up, and if they can get on the same path, they'll be all right.
I'm going with the Lions on this one. For the first time, I agree with Mo. I don't think Philly has played great football, and that's not me hating. That's just the truth. I think even against the Packers, that win, it was a very ugly win, and it was a very boring game in the first and second half. Completely throughout the whole game. So I'm gonna have to go with the Lions, especially coming off that dominant performance against the Commanders. It was the Commanders, but Jahmyr Gibbs was able to be Sonic that game. Jamison Williams was able to do what he had to do. So I'm gonna have to go with the Lions on this. Respect. Next is the Cowboys versus the Raiders. Who do we have in this one? That's not obvious. The Cowboys suck too.
Hey, bro, I gotta go with Dallas. I gotta go with Dallas on this one, bro.
Yeah, I gotta go with Dallas because Geno Smith has 11 picks on the season. The Raiders are just not a good football team, and yeah, if Dallas loses to the Raiders, I don't want to hear no more Dallas fans for the rest of the year.
Facts.
I don't want to. Now, we talked about our Week 11 predictions. Now, let's cut straight to business. Everything that y'all want to hear, man. Who is the best team in the AFC right now, and who are some sneaky teams that could potentially creep into that spot?
Best team in the AFC. Well,
I got a lot to say on this one.
By standings, it would probably be the Colts, but I do think that the best team in the AFC, who's playing the best football in the AFC, even though I hate to say it, even though I just chose them to lose.
Yeah.
I think it's Denver. Like, just the fact that Denver just doesn't go away right now, especially with the defense that they have, once their offense starts clicking, they're going to be a scary team. They're going to be a serious problem. Will they win the Super Bowl, though? No. But as of right now, they are the best team in the AFC. And to answer your other question, obviously we got to look out for Baltimore. I think that's the obvious one.
Y'all got to win out, though. I'm supporting y'all, but y'all got to win out.
We got an easy schedule, and even if we didn't have an easy schedule, when you have the best player in the league on your football team, you can do anything. So,
but
I think the Baltimore Ravens are obviously a team to look out for. They're not sneaky at this point. I think everybody knows that Baltimore's coming, unless you're just a Steelers fan. But
hey, Mo, I told you 1,000 times, you could see the difference Lamar makes.
Yeah, he makes a huge difference.
Hey, Mo, just one thing, though. I'll support the Ravens. You know that. But you always have a tough time with either the Browns or the Steelers or the Bengals. I mean, everybody struggles in division football. I think that y'all win those games, but they're going to be close.
Yeah, I know we struggle with those teams. But the main reason why I say this is because we have so many division games lined up. And we're only a game out of the first place in our division. So we only have to win, mainly just got to win our in-division games, and then like 2 or 3 of the other games. I don't know how many games are left, but if we win in the division, we're gonna win. We're gonna be the number 1 seed. That's why I'm confident. I think we're the best team in the division. I don't think it's necessarily close. I gotta see how we look against some Steelers, because they're a very up and down team, and they always like to turn up against us. So I am kind of worried about the Steelers game, but the Bengals and the Browns, I'm not too worried about.
Respect.
That's a respectable take. Who's your team, Zay? Because I have a lot to say, like I said.
See, for me, I got to go with the best team in the AFC right now. I got to go New England, bro. Like I said.
Oh, now he thinking. He took one of my answers. That's what I was about to say.
The last clip, bro, and if we want to talk about playing great football, bro, that's New England. Their offense has been moving the ball. You literally have a runner-up for MVP in Drake May, who's number 4 in passing yards in the NFL right now, and he's only 23. Come on, man. The Patriots are he's not no Tom Brady, but you can definitely say that New England definitely has their quarterback, and defense is looking all right. They're 8-2 right now, and they're only going up now. Will they make the playoffs? I feel like they will, but they might be a first-round exit because, everybody plays different football when it's playoff time. But I think as of right now, the best team in the AFC right now is the Patriots. But I think a sneaky team is definitely the Colts. And I would have thought I would never say that, especially with Daniel Jones being their starter. He came from being absolute buns in New York to being a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. And that's undeniable. But, yeah, the best team in the AFC right now, in my opinion, personally, is New England.
Man, for the first time, I can't hate on what y'all saying. I mean, I would support the Ravens. I support... Basically, your take was kind of mine. But for I actually have 2 teams. And I was going to ask y'all something. My first team... It's Zay's take. It's the Colts, but reverse the order. I think the Colts are playing just a little bit, and Mo knows I hate to say this. I hate it. I hate to say it. I really do. I really do, bro. I really do. And all seriousness and all bias aside, I have denigrated the Colts for so long because of Daniel Jones. I really have. But now, me being honest and transparent with it, the Colts have played terrific football, and I watched their game. I watched the film of all these teams, but when I watched the Colts, it stood out to me because that was a statement win against the Falcons. Mo, what did I tell you last week? I watched the film and it happened. When they got Sauce Gardner, it amplifies the team. That was one of the most adroit moves they could have done because now that you add Sauce Gardner, I'm watching the film, everybody's blitzing. Everybody's bringing pressure. You get more aggressive play calls, and that's what they did against the Falcons. I'm looking at one play. Cam Bynum's on a backside blitz, gets to the quarterback, gets to Michael Penix. Zaire Franklin gets a sack in overtime, which is clutch. He gets a run stop in the overtime. He gets it in the clutch, too. So now that you add him, they're more comfortable on defense, and they can add those more aggressive play calls. And he stood his own last week. He really did. He had a hard task. He had to guard Drake London. He only allowed Drake London to have 2 catches, one of them being a 2-point conversion and the other one being a comeback route. He has been balling. And you could tell, like, when he first came, he was a little bit shaky. But as the game went on and progressed, he got really comfortable. And that's without Charvarius Ward. So they are very scary. Now that their defense is complete, the run game, we already know what Jonathan Taylor's doing. And Daniel Jones. Oh, gosh. Hate to say this, Mo. I watched it. I watched the film. I give your boy credit. He did win the game for them. I mean, he tied the game up in the fourth quarter because it was 3rd and 21, and he got some yards with his legs, and Jonathan Taylor carried out the rest in overtime. So I have to go with the Colts because they just have everything complete. Under that, I would have to do the Patriots. I think they're a complete football team too, and Vrabel is coaching them boys up so good. That was a statement win for the Bucs. That was a tough one. That was telling me when they beat the Bucs, I said, okay, I already knew they were the real deal, but they're the real deal now because that was some competition and it was a good game. For the first time in forever, the reason why that win was so big, did y'all know something in that game? Baker Mayfield couldn't get it done in the fourth quarter for the first time. It feels like every time in the fourth quarter he could get it done. The Patriots defense was able to shut him down and stop him in that fourth quarter. Now that you got with the Patriots, I like that they added Travion Henderson now, and he's getting more minutes. He's getting more. He's more in their rotation. Y'all saw the game he had.
Yeah.
He had 142 yards. He had a big run 3 times in the game. So the more you get him going, the more carries you get him going, that diversifies your offense. Matt Collins is getting involved. Stephon Diggs is getting involved. Demario Douglas is getting involved. So, and their defense is so good. Run defense so good. They can put pressure on the quarterback. I have to go to the Patriots. Now, I was going to ask y'all something. Are the Bills potentially scary? I have a strong take on this.
Like, what do you mean scary? Like, overall in the AFC?
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
I'm not about to
You're
like.
probably you might say they're not because you're worried about the secondary, which is completely valid. But anytime you ever play with a player like Josh Allen on your team, especially someone who gets hot like Josh Allen can with someone like James Cook, even though they don't have the best receiving core, those receivers still make plays from time to time, especially when it counts. So I would never just not say the Bills aren't scary because you saw how they started off the year, like let's be real, they were the best team in football the first 4 weeks of the season. Like that's just what it was. So
yeah, 2-3 in their last 5.
I say me personally, I'm gonna never count out the Bills because that's a team you definitely don't want to see in the playoffs. Like you could say what you want about them in the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs or when it's go big or go home moments like that, they are the truth. So I'm gonna sit here and say that the Bills are scary.
Man, honestly, my take is different from y'all's. I think you always have Josh Allen, so you always have to consider that a potential threat. But I don't think they get that far in the playoffs this year, bro. I really don't. I'm not discrediting them. But it's not just the loss to the Dolphins. If you look at the Bills the whole entire season, they had an easier schedule too. And Mo, you even said something. I can't circumvent the fact that you said this. Bruh, James Cook, when he's not able to get going, just this year, they lose games.
Yep.
The Patriots held him to 49 yards. This game, the Dolphins held him to I believe, 30 or 40 yards. When he's not going, Josh Allen has to play hero football. He turned the ball over about 7 times during this whole stretch. And not just that, I need somebody to step up and be the receiver, bro. I need Keon. And part of it to me is Keon Coleman has to be that guy. And I was gonna ask y'all about that. Keon Coleman has been pretty quiet this season, except for that game against y'all, Mo. I think he has the talent. He has the size. He has He has everything to be a top wide receiver, and he hasn't done it this year. I need him to step up.
Well, my thing is, Mike, do you think, offense is holding him back? Or do you think him as a receiver himself, he's just not producing the way that he should be?
That's a great question. I think part of it is the scheme. But part of it is that because you do gotta throw him the ball more. You have to, especially on that back shoulder fade. He's gonna go get the ball every single time. So you have to design more plays for him like that. But if you're that wide receiver and you're that guy, you're gonna find a way to get the football. You're gonna tell Josh Allen, "Give me the football."
Yeah, because if it's a pass play, he's primarily looking for Khalil Shakir, Dawson
That's
Knox.
what I'm saying.
And yeah, you gotta give the younger guys more touches. But
hey.
I told you, Mike. I'm not about to count this year. Like Keon Coleman got like one more year out of me to really prove to me that he's that guy or that he could be that guy. So I'm not about to completely rate him this year and get my personal opinion this year. But he got one more year, which is next year, to show me he could be that guy.
He's good to me, bro. He's a great receiver.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's bad, but I'm just saying that with the wide receiver talent they have on Buffalo, you have to be that guy. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And like you said earlier, especially with having Josh Allen as a quarterback, you have to be that guy.
Especially when if the run game gets shut down, somebody got to step up. Let me tell y'all something. If the Bills get into the playoffs and the Broncos shut that run game down, they might beat them.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know if the Broncos have the experience that the Bills do to beat them in the playoffs. Especially, the Broncos will probably have home field advantage if they were to play in the playoffs, so that would help. But like I said, Josh Allen's almost guaranteed every year one playoff win. So if they meet up in the first round, it might be cooked for Denver.
We'll see. Now we talked about the AFC. I know Zay's excited about this one. Who is the best team in the NFC? Who are some sneaky teams that could potentially rise up to that spot?
Is that really a question? is that a question?
He says that a question.
I just gotta know the best team in the NFC. Is that a question?
I think it's a legitimate question.
It is, bro. Without a doubt, this is undeniably the answer. The Seattle Seahawks are the best team in the NFC. The Seattle Seahawks are the best team in the NFC as of right now. Because like we just discussed, the game on Sunday is literally going to determine that.
It's going to determine it for sure.
It's definitely going to determine that. But as of right now, we are the best team in the NFC. And mind you, NFL Power Rankings, we were the number one team. This is the second week in a row. Yeah, this is the second week in a row we were the number one team. But if we want to talk about
Commanders and the Cardinals,
hey, that don't matter. That does not matter. And guess what? We also played the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, and put
y'all shut them down. Y'all shut them down. Y'all defense is top tier, bro. I will give you that.
We if anything have the number one defense in the league.
It's a toss up between y'all and the Broncos.
Hey, bro, I'm picking us any day, bro, because with Leonard Williams and D'Lo.
Did DeMarcus Lawrence get that strip sack or something on Sunday?
He had two touchdowns.
Two touchdowns, bro. 2 touchdowns. Between it was him and it was literally because of Tyrese Knight, bro. We had Tyrese Knight wreaking havoc down there last game. If we can, and bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The past 2 games, it doesn't matter if it's the Cardinals or the Commanders. The score was 30-0 by half. We are literally terrorizing defenses, and our defense are terrorizing offenses. I remember me complaining about Rick Woolen all of last year.
He stepped up.
And beginning of this year, he played his behind off last game. He played his behind off when we played the Commanders.
He did.
And there was a trade rumor that he might go. We don't need to get rid of him right now.
I think that trade rumor kind of enticed him to play better.
See, Mike, that was literally initially my first thought. I'm going to keep it a buck. But then I thought to myself, we have Mike McDonald as a coach. I really think that he was in his ear too.
Yeah, I think I like Ernest Jones on y'all defense too, bro. I forgot to tell you that. I like him a lot.
I love Ernest Jones, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but I was really skeptical about Julian Love. So one of y'all told me he was nice. One of y'all told me he was a giant. I think it was you, Mike. I think it was you.
Yeah, no, he's nice.
And bro, he's still hurt. He's still hurt. So, oh my God, bro. That's all I gotta say. Seattle is the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, y'all got some good run defense, man. Y'all got some good run defense, and y'all could cover real good too. Offenses can't really get nothing on y'all, so I'll give you your respect. And Jackson Smith and Jigba, my goodness. Ooh.
Ooh, and let me tell y'all about something about number 11. Let me tell y'all a little something about him. That's my guy. And I'm gonna give respect when respect is due. But I wholeheartedly believe that if Puka didn't get hurt and Ibuka didn't get hurt, I don't know where JSN would be between those two. Honestly,
I think he would be number 2. I'll give you that. I think he'll be number 2.
I think Puka would be number 1.
He's better than Emeka, but he's not better than Puka.
No, he's not better than Puka. Puka's oh my gosh.
But so is JSN though. You throw it Sam throw it up. JSN finna go get that, bro.
But the thing with Puka is, bro, it's just that JSN is a playmaker too. But man, when Puka gets the ball, you know something electrifying is gonna happen. You know this. Puka the Nakua is an animal, bro. He's an animal. The fact that he got injured and he's still, I believe, number 1 or 2 in receiving yards.
Oh no. He's like number 2 or 3. JSN's still number 1, bro.
Yeah, that's
ain't
what I say. Number one
forgetting
and two. He's number two. That is scary. That's telling you if I miss games, I'm still number two.
that. Still top receiver in the league.
Yeah. But who do you have, Mo?
I got the Rams. The Rams are the best team in the NFC. I just think that Matthew Stafford has been playing amazing football. That whole team has been. I really like the way they've played. It's either I have the Rams, but it could be the Seahawks as Zay stated, for obvious reasons. But the NFC West has gone crazy this year. They've had 3 good teams in that division this year, and that third team in that division is who I'm going to have as a sleeper to do something in this conference because they've been injured all year. But the Niners are still a good team. You can't count them out. No matter how you feel about them, they can get hot real quick.
Hey, can I say something about the Niners?
Go ahead.
I like the Niners. I do. I think they are a sneaky team, but I don't think they get far in the playoffs. Because with the 49ers, when the game is on the line, do we trust Mac Jones? Like, look at the Rams game. He threw a pick in a crucial time in the fourth quarter. Look at the Buccaneers game. When they were trying to come back, he threw a pick in the crucial time, too. I think if Brock Purdy comes back, they have a better chance. But with Mac Jones, when the game gets on the line and they're playing tougher opponents, I don't trust the 49ers to win the game. That's just me.
I mean, that's a fair assessment, but I have no issue with these Niners. I know they're hampered with injuries, but I do think that Kyle Shanahan, as a coach, always manages to get the best out of his players. So I just think that they won't have to worry about too many situations about it coming down to Mac Jones making a throw.
Right.
The best part, the thing that they need to do is get Christian McCaffrey going on the ground. Once they open up the ground game, I really think they'll be stringing off some wins here.
Fair to say, that's who you have. That's all your answer. The Rams and the 49ers and Seahawks.
Yeah, just the Rams. The Rams are the best team. The 49ers are the team to look out for. I said preseason that I had the Niners winning this division. Now, obviously, I didn't think that the Seattle Seahawks would come out the way that they did, so they're not going to win the division. And on top of that, the Rams are playing good football. So the Niners will probably they gotta rattle off some wins here to sneak into a wild card in a tough NFC conference.
That's the thing, though.
So
I don't think there's anybody that's great in the. Were you done with yours?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody great in the NFC.
Crazy
Let me finish. Except for the Rams and the Seahawks, they are good football teams. They are great. I'm surprised none of y'all named the Lions.
That was my sleeper. That was my sleeper.
They're
team.
playing good football too.
That was my sleeper.
Yeah.
I'm not a believer in the Packers no more, man. I'm not, and I was gonna ask y'all that too because from watching their game, especially against Philly, Matt LaFleur. Gotta draw something else on offense, man. It can't just be Josh Jacobs gets the ball. If we don't give the ball to Josh Jacobs on 3 downs, I'm going to throw a slant route. I'm going to throw a small little corner out to Malik Heath. I'm going to throw it to Romeo. They don't even know who their true number 1 wide receiver is. So for them, ever since Tucker Kraft got hurt, that's been so detrimental to the team that they're having a hard time generating some offense. I can't put them in there. I had them in there first. I don't have them in there. I have the Lions in there as a sneaky team, but the 2 best teams to me, no discussion, are the Rams and the Seahawks. And I'll give you respect, Zay, for that. I didn't know the Seahawks were going to come out like that this year. Look, really, defensively, y'all have shut everybody down, so I have to put them as a top team, but I have to go with the Niners. Not the Niners, the Rams, because like Mo said, they're playing great football, man. Looking at that 49ers game said a lot to me. They played a good defense. The Rams had 180 yards in the first quarter of the game. The Rams played good with Kyron Williams, and now they're getting shout out to Blake Corum. He's getting a rotation. He's generating some yards. And it's just impossible to me. Like I told y'all. Remember what I told y'all? Before the season started, what I tell you? I said it's going to be so hard for teams to guard Devontae Adams and my boy Puka Nacua. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you they're going to run some play-action boots and they were going to get open?
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now. Tyler Higbee's in the mix of that too. But you can't do nothing with the Rams because, okay, we want to blitz because Kyron Williams is doing good. You play man-to-man coverage. Puka Nacua is, like I said, a playmaker. He could do anything with football. He could get open. They like to run across the middle, him and Devontae Adams. They love to run some screens with Puka Nacua. As long as the football is in his hands, he's going to get you some yards. Devontae Adams is still one of those guys. He might not give you 120 yards, but he's going to make some key plays during the game, give you some corner routes, going across the middle. And I just think that offense is just really hard to stop. So 49ers are balling, man. Matthew Stafford is an MVP candidate. I think he's number 2 right now. And that's the top team. That's the top team. There's no discussion.
And one thing I will say is, we clamped Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's a fact, Mo. I'm gonna give you that.
But Puka got hurt in the game. What are we talking about?
But hold on. I'm gonna say this though. Hold on, Mike.
When he was playing,
Mike,
tell me what he did.
Mike, I'm gonna say this though, because I gotta give respect where respect is due. Matthew Stafford is definitely playing at an MVP caliber level, and I just gotta say, I'm only worried about like our defense, because if you think about it, yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba is definitely leading the league in receiving right now, but we are a run-first team. If we can get that, but if we can get the run game going against the Rams, we're just gonna shut them out. Now I just got to see if Rick Woolen and Devin Witherspoon can lock up Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, because that's going to be a very, very tough matchup, but. It's definitely going to be as exhilarating as the Seahawks and Bucks game. So
I'm going to tell you something, though, about that run game. Y'all do have great run game, and that's what sets up your offense. But there's 2 young men on that Rams team that's having a breakout year that nobody's talking about. Byron Young, Jared Verse. They're playing some terrific football. They're applying so much pressure. The Rams are top 5 right now in getting to the quarterback, and they can stop the run effectively. And their linebacker, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's having a breakout year right now, too. So, defensively, they match up with y'all, bro. They match up with y'all.
No question. But it's definitely going to be an exhilarating game, bro. And I can't wait to watch this one, bro. But I also got to be careful, because this the same team that knocked Sam Darnold out of the playoffs last year when he was on Minnesota. So
you know who's in the mix of that? Who put some pressure on him? Jared Verse, Byron Young.
Jared Verse, yep.
Yeah.
So, but listen, we got a strong man by the name of Anthony Bradford. We got Anthony Bradford on the O-line. He gonna protect him.
We'll see. Now we have to talk about this situation. I've been trying to circumvent it this whole week. Everybody's been hitting me up about it. Brian Daboll has been fired from the New York Giants. What is y'all take on it? How are y'all feeling about it? Do you believe that he should have been fired? And I'm beefing with y'all because I know what y'all about to say.
Yeah, he should have been fired.
I'm beefing with y'all.
Give
me an explanation.
I don't know what to tell you.
I feel like he should have been fired after the game where Jackson Dart got hurt. And he went into the tent and immediately requested his behind to get back out on the field. And then now that he's gone, it's just gotten to the point that the Giants organization is just at an all-time low. With all due respect to Jameis Winston, he's a great guy. I can't wait to see him in media. But, Mike, I'm going to just point out the fact that that's our starting quarterback now.
Don't hate.
Jameis Winston is going to be, throwing the football on Sunday.
Winston. We can hate on Brian Daboll, but we're not going to hate on Jameis Winston. That's not what we're going to do.
Jameis Winston is their starting quarterback.
Jameis Winston is going to be a better passer than Jackson Dart, I'll tell you that.
Yo, you in this, are you, did you not watch
Jackson
him?
Dart's a running back.
No, he's not. He just had 260 yards against the Bears. What are you talking
he lit
about?
up the Bears. Even though they lost, he lit up the Bears.
How is he, bro?
Jackson Dart's a running back.
I'm beefing with you. How is he a running back?
Jackson Dart.
You don't think? No.
He played good this year, yes, but as a thrower, if you want me to be completely honest, the person that I see him most comp as, like playing style, but not the player, because he rushes a little bit more, is Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jackson Dart's really that tough. He's not that tough.
You are hating so bad. Is it because he's a Giant? Like, did you not watch the Broncos game? Did you not watch the Bears game?
He said he's a running back.
I watched him lose the Broncos game. I watched that.
But I'm saying he threw the ball, though. Did you not see where he really should have won that game?
But anyway, the throws he were making weren't.
You said he's a running back?
Oh, my goodness. I should completely change the way I
Bro,
think about Jackson Dart.
He's a rookie. He's making good throws.
You said he's a running back, though, Mo?
Yeah, for sure.
He's hating.
What's Lamar?
Look. Zay,
what was Lamar? What was Lamar his first season?
What's Lamar?
Let me tell you why I call him a running back. Because when Lamar Jackson came into the league, he was doing exactly what Jackson Dart was doing. He was called a running back. Therefore, I'm going to give him that same treatment.
You are hating, bro.
Jackson Dart has more touchdowns than a lot of running backs in the league. A lot of running backs.
Are we mad that the offense is more efficient with Jackson Dart?
I didn't say the offense wasn't.
Look. You cannot call him a running back and Theo Johnson. No, listen. Theo Johnson has been dropping balls all year and has not done nothing. But as soon as Jackson Dart came into the game, Theo Johnson has received more targets and more yards and more completions. Come on, bro. Wardell Robinson has been getting more receptions. Darius Slay has been getting more receptions.
Hold on. I know we are not going to sit up here and use the fact that Theo Johnson got more targets and more catches when Jackson Dart's in the game versus when there's another quarterback. That sounds like it was a Theo Johnson problem.
No, it doesn't, bro. Jackson Dart's giving him the ball.
And he kept dropping the ball, but then the quarterback
You are
comes in
hating
and he
right
throws
now.
the ball and he catches the ball.
He was lighting the
Bears
Bears
up.
up.
Like that was a receiver or / tight end issue. Come on, Mike. Let's use our brain. Look, Jackson Dart.
They do.
Jackson Dart.
So what did he do during the Bears game?
I told you.
What did he do during the Bears game?
Have to work a lot harder than what he's doing right now for me.
Why are we? He's a rookie.
He's barely even a top 15 quarterback in the league.
Why are we? Zay. Isn't this man hating?
Now that I can agree with.
He's acting like Jackson Dart is a terrible quarterback.
But I'm not about to sit here and say Jackson Dart isn't like a great quarterback. Like I watched the game.
We're just throwing the word great around.
He's a good quarterback. Okay. He's a good quarterback.
Jackson Dart was lighting the Bears up despite the loss. Jackson Dart had himself a game. He was really darting people up. And I'm not even going to sit here in front, bro.
And
if he didn't get hurt. Yeah.
Tyler Huntley was darting the Bears up too.
Are we serious, bro? Like, why are we hating?
On top of that, like, come on, dog. Like, if you want to talk about dotting up the Bears, and then as soon as I bring up Tyler Huntley, oh my goodness. Like, come on, man. Look.
Tyler Huntley's not a rookie.
I'm sorry. So?
Bro, what rookie?
That's his point. That's his point. He's doing that as a rookie.
This is even just you, Mike. You know what some of my other Giants fan friends have told me? That Jackson Dart has been some sort of generational rookie sensation. You know what a real rookie sensation is? Jaden Daniels. That was a real rookie sensation.
I'm not even saying all that.
This year. It was nowhere near the same. No, the reason why I treat Jackson Dart the way I do is because Giants fans hold him up to this high pedestal when he's not that high. He's an all-right quarterback. But
have you not been seeing our game? When he was not playing, the offense didn't do nothing.
Passionately about
the offense did nothing. We couldn't even score in the red zone.
He's better than Russell Wilson.
Yes, of course, bro. You're trying to sit here and act like he's a terrible quarterback. He actually has flipped the switch for the New York Giants.
I said he's not as good as you make him out to be.
He's a good quarterback. He's
Jackson
a good quarterback.
Dart and terrible never came out of my mouth.
Okay.
Now,
Can we agree this?
Pre-drop, I said Jackson Dart was terrible. I'm taking it back. He's mid at best now.
He's a good quarterback.
That's an upgrade.
I'm not gonna say mid, Mo. He's a good.
Thank you, Zay.
He's a good quarterback.
You just told me that he's barely top 15. Do you know how many teams there are in the league?
Yes.
32.
But bro, just because you're not a top 15 quarterback does not mean you're not good.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a good
You're
quarterback.
a good quarterback.
Look,
You're gonna sit here and tell me that he's not better than Geno Smith. You're gonna tell me he's not better than half these quarterbacks right now.
I never said he was a bottom tier quarterback. I said he was mid. See, this is where we have to use our ears, fellas.
Bro,
I never said he was
Jackson
the worst
Dart.
quarterback in the league.
All I'm saying, can we agree this? Can we just agree?
But you said he's not even top 15 though. That's my thing.
Do you know how many quarterbacks there are?
Can we agree to this,
There
Mo?
are 32 quarterbacks in the league.
Can we agree to
32.
this? He has flipped the switch for New York Giants football. You cannot sit up
That's
here.
not hard to do.
Oh my God! Look
That's
at what
not
Russell
hard to
Wilson
do,
did.
Mike.
Look at
You
what
act like
Jameis
the
Winston did.
Giants-
Look at Drew
Giants are
Lock.
good.
Look at
Y'all
Daniel
aren't good.
Jones.
Y'all aren't good. Daniel Jones won a playoff game. Jackson Dart.
We're
is
not gonna
gonna
sit
win
up
a
here and
playoff
say
game.
Daniel Jones was a good quarterback when he played for New York Giants. I'll give you that he played good on the Colts. I'm done hating on that. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that he was playing good. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Drew Lock was playing good. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Tyrod Taylor was playing good. I've seen so many quarterbacks go in and out. Jackson Dart is that primetime guy for us. He's a rookie.
You see what I'm talking about?
And Mo, can I ask you something? Can I ask you
If
something,
you
Mo?
are not a top 15
I have to ask you
quarterback,
something.
you are not a prime time player.
Legitimately, I have to ask you something, Mo, because you said you giving Daniel Jones credit for winning a playoff game, and I can actually sit here and say this man Jackson Dart might not come back. He got a concussion. I don't know what the status is on that.
He'll be back in like 2 weeks.
But my thing is, let's say that he was on a good caliber Giants team and he made it past Daniel Jones in the playoffs. Would you consider him at least a top 10 quarterback?
It would depend on how he played. I'm not just because
But
you
he
win
made
games,
it past. But he made it past Daniel Jones.
And he doesn't. And the thing with
who won
he made it
playoff
past
game.
Daniel Jones, but at the same team, y'all are doing. If he beats this, then this happens. That goes to team versus team. That'll go to team.
You know how bottom tier we were before Jackson Dart came?
The way I rank my quarterbacks
Offensively?
is based off how you play, and I can name you plenty of quarterbacks that are better than Jackson Dart.
Why are we hating on Jackson Dart, bro?
It's not hate.
Why are we?
It's not hate. Jackson Dart has played and played extremely well. I'm not gonna say extremely well. He's played well enough to give hope to Giants fans, which is not that hard because the Giants have been a sufferable franchise for the last few years. So you giving the Giants hope and flipping the switch.
Hey Mo, you know
is
something
not
about
that
my
impressive.
franchise though? This is completely off topic. I'm gonna get to Brian Daboll. You know, I think my team won a Super Bowl as a wild card more recent than the Ravens, right? No, actually,
It was a 1 year difference.
Actually,
it was a 1 year difference.
You know, I seen two Super Bowls. I seen two of them.
How many playoff
I
wins
seen
have
two
you
of
had
them.
since 2015?
I seen two of them.
How many playoff
I seen
wins
two.
have you had
It don't
since
matter if you
2015?
get to the playoffs and then you choke. It don't matter. It don't matter.
At least we're making it to the playoffs.
We have more Super Bowl rings.
When's the last
What
time you made
matters?
the
What
playoffs?
matters? Getting to the Super Bowl and playing and winning, or just getting to the playoffs and getting knocked off?
What matters? Getting to the Super Bowl, playing and winning, getting to the playoffs, or not making it at all? Rank them.
It don't
Rank
matter
them.
if you're not winning.
Rank them, Mike. Rank them.
Anyway,
What would you rather do?
Any-
If you don't win the Super Bowl, you would rather miss the playoffs? Say that right now.
I'd rather win a Super Bowl ring than to say, yeah, you know, I go to the playoffs every year and I get knocked off.
Mike, answer the question. Would you rather, if you make the playoffs, would you rather win the Super Bowl? Or if you're not going to win the Super Bowl, you'd rather not make the playoffs?
I'd rather not make the playoffs.
All right, no.
I'd rather not make the playoffs.
No. Zay, what you're hearing right now is a loser's mentality. A loser's, and it's shock. Is it really shocking that just came out of a Giants fan's mouth? Zay, y'all can continue with this conversation. I heard all I needed to hear. I just heard. He would rather be
because he's
a
trying
losing
to say that the reason this whole started is because he's trying to say Jackson Dart is not doing it.
You just said word for word, I would rather miss the playoffs, aka I would rather lose than make the playoffs and not win the Super Bowl. That's a loser's mentality. And it does not shock me.
Anyways,
However, to get back to Brian Daboll, I told you last year that he should have been fired. I told you this last year. I've been calling for his head for the last 2 years. Y'all finally wanted to listen. I have no problem with the firing. I'm cool with the firing. Now you got to get what's the play caller's name?
Mike Kafka.
That he's taking over play calling.
Oh, you started taking over play calling. That's our offensive coordinator. He's taking over as the coach.
Oh, he's taking over as the coach.
He's an assistant coach / offensive coordinator.
I do sometimes have a problem with the plays that y'all call in certain situations. So I do think y'all need to fix that. But you started off your week 1-0 by getting rid of Brian Daboll. I can tell you that.
This man. Okay, now I got beef with you again. I wasn't even trying to beef with you. Now I got beef with you. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. You know what? So I have to school you right now, okay? Brian Daboll, I'm not saying that I was so adamant behind him and saying that, yo, he needs another year. But at least if you're going to fire him, wait till the end of the year. Because Mo and Zay and so many of y'all don't want to look at something. Brian Daboll he's not the root of the problem for us losing this season. There's a multitude of reasons why. If you fire Brian Daboll, Mo, you have to fire Joe Shane. You have to fire the defensive coordinator. You have to fire Shane Bronin.
The steps regardless. I do agree with you. I think that it's week 11 now. You might as well just kept him for the rest of the season. Y'all weren't going to make the playoffs, fire him then. So that would have been the thing. But I do think, now, was Brian Daboll the problem? No. But was he part of the problem?
But that's what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna get rid of a problem, you might as well get rid of the GM. You might as well get rid of the defensive coordinator, Shea Browning, because half of these problems are not Brian Daboll's fault. If we're looking at the games, we have had all these fourth quarter people come back on us in the games. That's a defensive coordinator's problem. Do you know what's wrong with the defensive coordinator? No. You know what's wrong with the defensive coordinator? He bets on our front four and it's defensive schemes. He should have been gone. He depends on our front four who get all the pressure in the world but can't convert a sack except for Brian Burns. He's depending on them, and he's letting our corners and our safeties play 15 yards back. And the teams are killing us every time because of it. They're killing us.
I mean, that's fair. It's 100% fair. But you had a great defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale.
Yeah, he was.
Do you want me to tell you who drove Wink Martindale out? The guy you fired. The guy you fired. Now you're complaining about a DC.
He sucks.
When you let someone that should have been here walk right out the door.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Because of who?
I'll give you that.
Brian Daboll.
I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. You can have that one. But if you're going to say Brian Daboll has to go, just agree that the defensive coordinator now, Shane Browning, has to go. These are his problems. These weren't Brian Daboll's problems of teams coming back on us. That's not Brian Daboll's fault. Now, granted, I will tell you what's Brian Daboll's fault. Jackson Dart getting those concussions. That's his fault. The way that he's running the play calling, that is his fault. Because Jackson Dart has been in that concussion protocol 4 times this year. That's unacceptable. Part of it is Brian Daboll. Part of it is Brian Daboll. But part of it is, why are we not talking about the GM? Why are we not talking about Joe? It's his fault. Because he needs to draft some offensive linemen. He needs to trade some offensive linemen or something, because this has been an ongoing problem for years. Andrew Thomas is the only consistent offensive lineman on that team. Jackson Dart is taking those hits partly because he's running the ball, but the other part is because the offensive line is not protecting him. We spent all that money on the front four. We can't get to the quarterback. And now, what the other problem is with the defensive coordinator, our secondary is weak. We need a veteran I was so optimistic in Javon Holland. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a fan.
I remember.
I'll give you that. I was wrong. He sucks this season. He sucks. He has not been good at all this season. Tyler Nubin has been off and on. Paul Adobe has been hurt. Cordell Flott has been hurt. Drew Phillips is the only promising player that could cultivate into something great, but the rest of the secondary, not good right now. So this is a defensive coordinator issue, bro. Bobby Okereke, he came back. Mo, I see the play of Bobby Okereke. He's making the wrong reads. I seen a play where he double teams somebody. Roman Duze gets a 2-yard touchdown. What are we doing here? Jermaine Ellamore, our offensive lineman, he just watched Russell Wilson get sacked. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hey, pause. I didn't mean to say Pause.
I beg your finest of pardons?
Pause.
My bad.
Oh,
I was gonna let it slide, but that was
crazy.
Pause. But Janae Gilman, our punter, gets a 26-yard punt against the Bears. That is all I'm saying. All these problems because that's not Brian Daboll's fault. It's defense and GM. It really is.
I hear you. I hear that. I'm gonna say one more thing, and then Zay or Mike, y'all can go because I've been yapping a little bit on this one. But all I have to say is, as a Ravens fan, when teams are like, if you're blowing games routinely, that is a coaching issue. Now, it could be a defensive issue. It could be an offensive issue. But if your players are not ready to play and they can constantly blow games, that is a head
So
coaching
should Harbaugh
issue.
get fired? Because we've seen this from Harbaugh before.
Should John Harbaugh get fired?
Yes.
Mo's been waiting for that day.
Dude, like, he's lucky Lamar Jackson has saved this man's career for the last 7 years at this point.
Mo's been waiting for that day.
I told you earlier this year that John Harbaugh should have been out of here. Now, he might think it's all fun, it's all cool now because we winning. I ain't forget. I know once Lamar goes down, nothing. Like, there's no competence whatsoever. But this ain't about him. All I'm saying is, I agree with the defensive, coordinator issues and
GM,
your O-line issues and your GM issue especially. Your GM should have been gone.
He should have been gone when we paid Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and he hasn't done nothing in the draft. I mean, you capitalized off Malik Neighbors and Jackson Dart, but the only reason why they got, the only reason why they got Jackson Dart is because Brian Daboll told them to. That's why he should have got another year. And he drafted Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau stepped up a little bit this year, but overall, he hasn't been that good. Let's be real here.
Yeah, your GM, he's been, man, I just think once you get a new GM, first of all, you need to tell your owners to lock in. That's what needs to happen.
Facts.
Your owners need to stop being complacent and okay with mediocrity to being bad.
Yeah,
and they need to get a GM in there.
I agree.
They need to get a GM because I feel like I don't think your squad is that bad. I think your squad is very injury riddled, and I think you're you're a coordinator and an owner away or GM away from being the New York Football Giants that were the competitive Giants that I'm saying for all those years. But I don't know, man. I just think your ownership isn't really locked in to what they want. For as long as that GM's there, like you said, he's missed on many picks. He's gotten saved by, the rise of, obviously how y'all played this year. But once y'all go back down, I don't know how long, like, general managers, I don't know when general managers should be fired because there's never really a specific time frame.
He should be gone.
They just be getting fired.
He should be gone.
They just be getting fired.
He should be gone.
Randomly, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know when y'all would fire them, but hopefully it's soon for the betterment of y'all and your fanship. But that's enough yapping for me. Zay, I know you ain't talked in a while.
Hey, bro, I already said my piece about Brian Daboll, man. The Giants about to suck. The Giants are about to continuously suck.
So that was the right
rest
decision
of the year.
for you?
Yeah, but I'm also agree with y'all when y'all said it wasn't fully his fault. I agree with you what you said.
Could I have
like
waited?
If you're gonna fire Daboll, like you might as well fire the entire
exactly
staff.
Thank you.
Because ain't nothing finna change if you just fire Daboll and you still got your bum GM, your bum offensive coordinator, your bum defensive coordinator. You just fired the head coach. Like you still got your play callers for your offense and defense. Like
could I have
those
waited
are the ones
though?
that's giving the plays, huh?
Could I have waited though? It had to happen right now.
Oh no! And that's why I agree with Mo. They should have waited until after the regular season because respectfully, y'all not making the playoffs.
Yeah, we're not.
So if y'all wanted to fire him until after the playoffs and just let him rock out for the rest of the regular season, cool. But this is way too early in the season to do that. Way too early.
Yeah. That's what my whole issue about it was. Okay, I'm even saying advocating for him that he could get another year because, and this is my last thing, and I'm gonna stop yapping. You gotta think about it. We did this year. We're a 2-8 team, but we're a competitive 2-8 team. Half the time we're up in the game. Imagine if he would have got to play with a healthy Giants squad Not play, but like play call with a healthy Giant squad and Malik Neighbors. Imagine that. Imagine Brian Daboll, Malik Neighbors, healthy. Wardell Robinson and the other crew has been stepping up, and then you can have Cam Skyboo back. You can have Jackson Dart back. That camaraderie was something special. So now that you fire him, you gotta get somebody that Jackson Dart can get equipped to, and the rest of the guys can get equipped to. I think you should have gave the man just one more year. If you're gonna fire him, end of the season, discuss it. Don't do it like this. Don't do it like this.
I mean, realistically, I do agree with the end of the year. I do think you make a very fair point in the fact that Brian Daboll was the reason why Jackson Dart is there. So I do think it's fair to Daboll for him to get at least a year with the full team healthy. But like I said, your GM and organization is not the smartest human beings. They don't know what they're doing. So I think Brian Daboll should have been fired. But I'm not against the 1 year, giving him one last year, because I think he had one more year on his contract.
Yeah, he did.
I think now that I think about it, I think firing him may not have been the smartest, because it might. I'm not saying it will. It might set Jackson Dart back in development due to the change of coordinators. We saw how it went with Baker Mayfield and all this other stuff. Changing coordinators and changing head coaches is not a key to success at all. But we're going to have to see how it all plays out. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, man. I just think, like I said, y'all got to get your GM out of there. You got to get your GM out of there. He's been low key. He might need to be investigated for the gambling scandals. I think that's what he needs to be investigated for. Because there's no way a human that genuinely cares about his product on the field is okay with the decisions that are going on. Like just there, you know?
I agree. Hey man, that's the end of it. Like, comment, subscribe. This was a great episode. Get us to what we want, gentlemen, on TikTok.
5K.
10K.
5K.
5K end of the year. Let's make it happen. 5K at the end of the year on TikTok. Let's make it happen.
1K on YouTube.
1K on YouTube, on Instagram. Show us a little bit more love. Get us a 1K on Instagram too. Please. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all think about our picks, our teams, our takes. And we out, man.
Yeah.